Crowley was told by Corazon that if the names of God had not bound him, he would leap out of the evocation triangle and slay all of those present. This mad god is said to laugh loudly and often, like a madman. In his Equinox Volume 1, Part 5, Crowley recounts a first-person narrative of Corazon, where the demon states, "Ah, I will reach up to the knees of the Most High and tear his phallus with my teeth, and I will bray his testicles in a mortar and make poison thereof to slay the sons of men." Corazon goes on to state, "I have prevailed against the kingdom of the Father and befouled his beard. I have prevailed against the kingdom of the Son and torn off his phallus, but against the kingdom of the Holy Ghost shall I strive and not prevail." As stated earlier, Satanists make numerous references to a devilish force stealing the creative power of the Most High God, and this has given birth to much phallic symbolism. Subservient to Hades are many lesser demons, some of which are merely empty shells with little intellect. For the novelist H.P. Lovecraft, Hades went by the name Azagthoth, the mad blind god. Azagthoth is presented as the leader of the demons and resides at the center of the universe in a dark underworld called the Agigi. Azagthoth is described as the embodiment of chaos, extremely powerful, and rendered sightless in some battle. The mad god sits upon a black throne, where he rules the dead spirits of the outer void. The black man of the Sabbat, Baphomet, is considered the messenger of Azagthoth, and his will made flesh. When the stars assume the correct positions, and the rays that come from them are no longer poisonous, Azagthoth will lead the Titans out of the abyss and into the world of man. The old ones intend on ruling the earth as they once did. In this new age, the human race will of course be reduced to slaves and food. In Egyptian mythology, Apep, called the Chaos Serpent, lurked in the Tuat, which is the Egyptian underworld. The Tuat was considered a dark, alter universe. Every night the sun god Ra would descend into the underworld, and there he would find Apep lying in ambush. Reminiscent of Corazon and his 10th ether, Apep's domain was called the 10th region of night. This serpent, also symbolized by a crocodile or dragon, is purported to have a hypnotic gaze. In Greece, this monster of chaos was known as Apophis. As the story goes, Set, who is also a god of darkness and chaos and once the defender of Ra, did battle with Apep and defeated him. It is said that total victory over the Chaos Serpent is impossible, as the wicked demon can regenerate and return to life. Many Satanists make mention that Set did not destroy Apep, but instead absorbed the essence of Apep into his own being. Set became the master of Apep and gained new powers from being merged with this mighty demon. This probably contributed to further corrupting Set and driving him from the light. Apep, whose number is 333, is therefore half of the essence of Lucifer, whose number is 666, and therefore complete. Apep, who became the shadow aspect of Set, has titles like the Great Rebel and the Evil One. This guardian of the abyss is sometimes spoke of as a female character and is frequently associated with a single, lidless eye. This being is also closely associated with the triangle being a three-sided shape, and his seal has often been depicted as 3 triangles in an arrangement that resembles a nuclear or radiation symbol. Leviathan appears to be another name for the demon Corazon and is associated with the West and is called the guardian of the gate to the abyss. Leviathan is commonly described as a writhing mass of demons bound in a single body. Leviathan is also closely related to the primal goddess Tiamat, because it is said that she had been at war with the angel race before the fall of Azazel. Imagery of water is frequently related to the abyss, and so Leviathan is called the serpent or dragon of the depths. I have also heard it remarked that it was another fallen angel, Dagon, who bound Leviathan in Tartarus. Satan is easily the most enigmatic character in all the occult and mythology. No character out there is more shrouded in a cloak of names. I admit much remaining confusion regarding the details of this character because of the name game that magicians tend to play regarding his different aspects. The first thing you should do is free yourself from the mindset that this character Satan has anything to do with Christianity, for it is often accused that Christians have fabricated stories of this character as a scapegoat for the evils that beset the heavens and the earth. Perish the thought. This character Satan has a name in every religion and mythology on the planet, and, because of spiritual merging that I just spoke about, may be connected with multiple gods in the same tradition. Satan is spoke of as he who was instrumental in the war against the Titans, and once sat beside the throne of God, but desired it so much that he was cast out of heaven. Satan is called Shaitan and Iblis by the Muslims, Set and Seker by the Egyptians, Samael by the Hebrews, and Ahriman by the Persians. Satan is the god who carries away the soul. A well-known symbol, that of an all-seeing eye, is related to Satan and has been called the Eye of Set. Satan is a god of the setting sun, and is therefore often symbolized by a black sun, or a sun that is in total eclipse. Perhaps it was a time before the merger of Satan and Hades, but once these two beings competed for the souls of the Nephilim who had died in the flood. Satan sent Ishtar to the gates of the underworld, demanding the souls of the Nephilim from Hades. Lucifer, who is also called Azazel and Prometheus, absorbed the essence of Satan. Think of Lucifer as an avatar of Satan. And it must be remembered that Lucifer is Satan only because of the merger. Upon falling to earth, he worked some kind of transformation upon himself, where he became both angel and demon. Azazel, one of the children of Jehovah, fell from heaven along with Leviathan, Belial, Beelzebub, Ashtoreth, Asmodeus, Dagon, Satan, and many others whose names go unrecorded. Lucifer is often characterized with 12 emerald-colored wings and is called the Peacock Angel. Lucifer is said to have many faces and forms, and when he appears on earth, he arrives in the form of Baphomet, the Black Man of the Sabbat. Azazel and his bride Lilith spawned a race of demons which plague man to this day. Lucifer refused to bow before humans, who he claimed were made from mere clay, as opposed to himself, who was angelic and therefore made of light. Satanists often speak of Lucifer as he who recognized his own will and desires outside of the will of God. Fearful that the other angels would begin to develop their own quote-unquote selfhood, God had Azazel cast from heaven. Azazel is, to this day, associated with outcasts and scapegoats. Lucifer, who is now both angel and demon, is called the bringer of the black flame and represents the ideal of every Satanist to achieve union of their angelic and demonic guardians. The direction associated with Lucifer is the east, whereas Satan proper is associated with the north. Lucifer is said to be capable of cunning and deceptive speech, and this can be paralleled to Prometheus, who has many wiles and clever in rhetoric. Upon falling to earth, Lucifer's physical appearance is often described as a handsome, androgynous, or hermaphroditic figure, with pale white skin, silvery hair, and bright green eyes. Those of the Nephilim race, who were the children of the fallen angels, were also said to have pale skin, silver hair, and bright eyes.